Why your comfort zone is killing your future.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some modestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
It corrodes from neglect. Potential works the same way. It dies from the friction of inaction, not the impact of failure. Ask anyone who's ever looked back with regret. They rarely mourn mistakes. They mourn the chances they never took. That business idea left in a notebook. That person they never confessed feelings to. That moment they hesitated. Every delay is a vote for decline. And one day you wake up realizing you didn't lose your potential. You traded it for comfort. The trap of someday. Someday I'll start. The lie wears the costume of patience but smells of fear. You tell yourself timing matters. After the next paycheck, after the next birthday, after things settle down. But life never settles down. It just runs out. The comfort zone's favorite word is later. Later keeps you busy, planning while time quietly disappears. You scroll, you talk, you research, convincing yourself that preparation equals progress. It doesn't. Motion isn't movement. The harsh truth, the universe rewards action, not intention. Waiting for perfect timing is like waiting for wind before you start walking. There is no ideal moment. There is only momentum. Every great story started mid-chaos. Steve Jobs started Apple in a garage, not a corporate office. Oprah launched from pain, not perfection. They didn't wait for ready, they acted anyway. Someday people build plans. Today people build legacies. Decide what you are, because later is a mirage, and each time you chase it, the future you want moves one step further away. The illusion of safety. Comfort promises protection but delivers paralysis. You think staying in your routine keeps you from risk, but stagnation is its own slow collapse. Muscles weaken without strain, skills fade without use. Confidence withers without challenge. The more you avoid discomfort, the smaller your world becomes. True safety doesn't come from avoiding failure. It comes from building resilience. Resilience only forms through friction. When you face setbacks, you adapt. When you avoid them, you atrophy. Comfort pretends to protect you, but it quietly robs you of adaptability. Look around. Industries change. Technology evolves. People move forward. If you're standing still, you're already falling behind. Comfort keeps you unchallenged, but unchallenged becomes unprepared. And when life inevitably throws chaos your way, your comfort zone will collapse like paper walls. So ask yourself, is it really safe to stay the same? Or is it the most dangerous thing you could do? The power of discomfort, growth and comfort are mutually exclusive. Every evolutionary leap, physical, mental, emotional, came from pressure. That nervous energy before a presentation, the ache after a workout, the fear before a leap of faith, those are signs of becoming. Discomfort is not the enemy. It's the indicator you're on the edge of growth. The more you lean into it, the larger your capacity becomes. Ask any champion. The moment they wanted to quit was the moment they grew. That runner who pushes through pain, that entrepreneur who launches after failure, that student who studies after midnight, they all share the same secret. They use discomfort as a tool, not a threat. You must train your mind to seek friction, because every time you survive a stretch beyond your limits expand. Comfort feels good today but costs you tomorrow. Discomfort hurts today but builds your tomorrow. If you want extraordinary results, get comfortable being uncomfortable, because your next level is always just outside your current ease. The story of two lives. Imagine two versions of yourself starting today. The first, when you are the comfortable you, hits snooze, scrolls for dopamine, and settles for average. Their weeks blur, their goals fade. They talk about one day, but never take day one. The second, the courageous you, feels the same fear, but acts anyway. They wake up earlier, read instead of scroll, speak up even when their voice trembles. They fail, yes, but they learn. And with each lesson, they grow stronger, wiser, hungrier. Fast forward a year, comfortable. You feel safe but empty, trapped in predictable pain. Courageous, you feels alive, tested, bruised, but free. Their world has expanded because they expanded first. Both versions live inside you right now. The one you feed with choices will define your future. So which life are you building? The one that numbs you or the one that awakens you? How to break the cycle. Escaping your comfort zone isn't a grand gesture. It's a series of small rebellions against complacency. Start by noticing what you avoid. The tasks that make you hesitate are precisely where growth waits. Write them down. Face one per day. Each time you choose discomfort on purpose, you weaken its hold. Next, shift your self-talk. Replace, "I can't do this" with, "I haven't done this yet." Language reshapes identity. Reward action over outcome. If you tried, you won. Because you can't control results, only effort. And effort is what builds momentum. Finally, practice gratitude for struggle. The moment you can thank difficulty for its lessons, you've outgrown your limitations. Breaking the cycle isn't about erasing fear. It's about training yourself to move despite it. Each act of bravery rewrites your story until courage feels like home. The comfort zone's secret weapon. Your mind. Your mind is a powerful storyteller. It spins narratives to justify comfort. It's not the right time. What if I fail? What will people think? But those aren't facts. They're fiction you've rehearsed too often. The comfort zone thrives on mental loops. To escape, you must rewrite the script. Start seeing discomfort as data. If it scares you, it matters. That fear is direction, not danger. Train your brain to focus on possibility over protection. Visualize the reward of growth more vividly than the risk of failure. Your subconscious follows what you feed it. Meditation, journaling, and affirmation aren't trendy buzzwords. They're rewiring tools. They help you quiet the inner critic so you can hear the inner coach. Because once your mind believes you can thrive outside comfort, your body will follow. And when your thoughts shift from stay safe to grow strong, there's no limit to who you can become. The moment everything changes, there comes a day when the mirror stops lying to you. You see the tired eyes, the unspoken dreams, the potential rusting under the weight of good enough. That's the moment your comfort zone loses its disguise. You realize you've mistaken familiarity for fulfillment. For most people, change doesn't come from inspiration. It comes from desperation. The pain of staying the same finally outweighs the fear of evolving. That's when you stop negotiating with your excuses. You stop waiting for motivation to show up because you understand that motivation is born after movement, not before it. You don't need a miracle. You need a decision, one that whispers, I'm done being average. That single moment, that spark of rebellion against your comfort can redefine your life. Everything changes the day you stop asking for permission to grow. Because growth doesn't need approval, it needs action. The story of Marcus, the man who woke up. Marcus used to call himself realistic. He worked 9 to 5, paid his bills, and told himself he was grateful. But every night he scrolled through videos of people building, creating, living, and something inside him ached. He wanted more, but was afraid to want too much. One night he got home, sat in silence, and realized he couldn't remember the last time he felt proud of himself. That hurt. Not the kind of pain that screams, but the kind that lingers. He looked around his apartment, neat, quiet, safe, and whispered, I've built a cage and called it comfort. That night, Marcus wrote a promise on a scrap of paper. No more waiting. The next morning, he ran. He could barely breathe, but he kept going. A week later, he started a blog. A month later, a small business. He stumbled, failed, restarted. But every failure built muscle. A year later, Marcus wasn't rich, but he was alive. His comfort zone didn't vanish overnight. He just stopped worshiping it. And that's how transformation begins. Not with motivation, but with a moment of honesty. The myth of balance. We've been sold a lie that balance means keeping everything comfortable and steady, that a good life is one without stress, one where everything fits neatly in place. But true balance isn't about avoiding chaos. It's about learning to dance with it. The people you admire don't live balanced lives. They live alignment. They don't avoid difficulty. They prioritize purpose. When you're chasing your vision, some areas of life will shake. That's not imbalance, that's motion. Growth doesn't fit into tidy calendars. Comfort confuses balance with neutrality. It tells you that too much ambition is dangerous, that pushing too hard will break you. But playing small breaks you too, just slower. The truth is, balance isn't about equal effort. It's about intentional energy. Sometimes the most unbalanced seasons of your life will become the most defining ones. When you pour everything into a dream, yes, you'll lose sleep, but you'll gain a life. Stop chasing balance if it means staying stuck. Chase alignment instead, where your actions, values, and vision move in one direction, forward. The price of staying the same comfort has a price tag. It just hides the cost until it's too late. It charges you in quiet dissatisfaction, missed opportunities, and fading reality. That challenge that scared you, it strengthened your spirit. Pain is the universe's way of saying, you're ready for more. But you must stop labeling discomfort as punishment. It's not there to destroy you, it's there to develop you. When you begin to associate struggle with strength, every hardship becomes a gift. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. That's when you evolve from surviving to conquering. The discipline of becoming. Motivation is fleeting. It's the spark that starts the fire. Discipline is the wood that keeps it burning. Discipline is showing up on the days you don't feel inspired. It's doing the work when the applause is gone. It's chasing your vision when everyone else has quit. The comfort zone hates discipline because it demands consistency. But mastery only comes from repetition. The gym, the notebook, the studio. These are your battlegrounds. Every day you show up, you win a small war. Understand this. Successful people aren't more talented. They're just more consistent. They learn to work through boredom, through fatigue, through doubt. They turned effort into habit and habit into identity. One day, you'll look back and realize that every early morning, every late night, every "I'll do it anyway" moment was a deposit in your legacy. Discipline builds freedom. Comfort builds cages. Choose your builder. Turning fear into fuel. Fear is not your enemy. It's your instructor. It shows you exactly where you need to go. When your heart races before a decision, that's not danger. That's direction. Fear only appears at the borders of your potential. The greater the fear, the greater the growth hiding behind it. Don't try to eliminate fear. Harness it. Channel it into focus. Let it sharpen you, not stop you. Every time you move despite fear, your brain rewires confidence into your identity. You're teaching yourself, I act, even when I'm afraid. That's real courage. Not the absence of fear, but mastery over it. Use fear as a compass. When it points somewhere uncomfortable, go there. Because that's where the version of you you've never met is waiting. Remember this, fear is not a wall, it's a signal. And if you can walk through it, the other side is freedom. The compass of purpose. Fear without purpose is paralyzing. Fear with purpose becomes power. That's why comfort feels so intoxicating. It gives you a temporary escape from uncertainty. But without a clear why, even courage loses direction. Purpose is the compass that keeps you moving through storms. When you know what you stand for, discomfort stops feeling like punishment. It feels like preparation. You no longer ask, why is this happening to me? You start saying, this is happening for me. Every challenge begins to serve your mission. Every setback becomes a chapter in your story, not a reason to stop writing it. Your comfort zone doesn't just protect you from failure, it shields you from purpose. It keeps you busy surviving instead of building meaning. So ask yourself, what would make all this struggle worth it? Who do you become when you stop playing safe? Because once you discover your purpose, no amount of fear can stop you. It can only guide you. You'll stop chasing comfort and start following calling. And that, more than anything, is where true fulfillment begins. The identity shift. Real change doesn't happen because you set goals. It happens because you change who you believe you are. Stop saying, I'm trying to be disciplined. Start saying, I'm a disciplined person. Stop saying, I'm getting fit. Say, I'm an athlete in training. Identity is powerful. It directs your behavior automatically. If you identify as someone who always follows through, you will. If you identify as someone bad with money, you'll subconsciously prove it right. Breaking your comfort zone means redefining your self-concept. You must let go of the version of you who played small, who apologized for existing, who settled for less. That person kept you safe, but they can't take you further. You don't need to become someone new. You need to remember who you were before fear taught you to shrink. Transformation isn't adding layers, it's peeling away limits. The ripple effect. When you break your comfort zone, you don't just change your life. You alter the trajectory of everyone watching you. Courage creates a ripple. Your child sees you take that risk and learns that bravery is normal. Your friend sees you start that business and begins to believe in their own ideas. Your family watches you grow and realizes it's never too late. Inspiring others doesn't come from preaching, it comes from doing. The moment you choose to live authentically, you become a walking permission slip for others to do the same. Your discomfort today becomes someone else's hope tomorrow. Every step you take out of fear plants courage in someone else's soil. Legacy isn't built through comfort, it's built through example. So when you hesitate, remember, someone out there needs your story to believe in their own. The war within, the greatest battle you'll ever fight, isn't with the world, it's with the voice inside your head, the one that says, stay safe, don't risk it. You'll embarrass yourself. That voice is not your enemy, it's your old self, terrified of extinction. When you step beyond comfort, you threaten your old identity, the version of you that thrived on predictability. So it fights back. It fills your mind with doubt, procrastination, and fear disguised as logic. It'll whisper, "You've worked hard enough," or "You deserve to rest." But you must recognize it for what it is: resistance. Every hero has faced it. The writer who almost deleted their first draft, the athlete who almost quit after losing, the leader who nearly gave up before their breakthrough. What separates them from the rest isn't the absence of fear, it's the refusal to obey it. You don't defeat the voice by silencing it, you defeat it by acting louder than it speaks. Every step you take despite doubt weakens its grip. Remember, you can't lose a war you refuse to stop fighting. The voice will always be there, but so will your courage. The time you're wasting time is the most precious currency you'll ever own, and comfort spends it recklessly. You think you have time because the clock still ticks, but that's an illusion. Every comfortable choice robs you of minutes you'll never reclaim. We overestimate tomorrow and underestimate today. We assume we'll have more energy, more courage, more opportunity later. But later doesn't exist, only now does. The comfort zone thrives on delay. It sedates ambition by convincing you that waiting equals wisdom. But look around. Life is moving. The people you admire, they're not smarter, they're just faster to act. They understand that time compounds. One small step today multiplies into massive results later. One hesitation multiplies into regret. Imagine if you treated time like money. Would you spend it scrolling aimlessly, arguing pointlessly, or avoiding purpose? Or would you invest it in growth, creation, and impact? Your future self is watching your seconds tick away like sand through glass, whispering, "Please don't waste this." Every tick is a trade. You can buy comfort or buy progress, but never both. So the question isn't, do you have time? It's, are you using it like it matters? The rebirth beyond comfort. There's a version of you waiting beyond fear, one who doesn't flinch at rejection, doesn't shrink under pressure, doesn't need permission to rise. That version isn't imaginary. It's buried beneath layers of comfort you've mistaken for identity. When you finally step through discomfort, something miraculous happens. You shed the weight of expectation. You realize you were never meant to fit into safety. You were built to expand through struggle. Growth is rebirth. It's messy, painful, disorienting, but it's beautiful. Like the sunrise after a long night. You don't notice it happening until everything is bright again. And once you experience that new light, that sense of freedom that only comes from breaking your own limits, you'll never go back. Comfort will feel like a cage, and courage will feel like home. That's the real victory. Not money, not fame, not applause, but transformation. The quiet confidence that comes from knowing you became who you were meant to be. So step out, fall, rise, repeat. Because every time you cross the threshold of fear, you are reborn stronger, sharper, and infinitely more alive. The silence after the storm. When you finally step beyond your comfort zone, there's a moment of silence, a strange calm you've never felt before. No noise from fear, no whispers of doubt, just space. And in that space, something powerful happens. You meet yourself. It's not the version shaped by others' expectations or your past mistakes. It's the raw, unfiltered you, the one who survived the chaos, fought the inner wars, and rose anyway. Growth isn't always loud or glamorous. Sometimes it's quiet, found in the peace that follows the struggle. The silence after the storm isn't emptiness, it's clarity. It's where you finally hear your own voice again, strong, steady, and sure. This is where confidence is born, not in applause or achievements, but in realizing, I made it through. And when you look back, you'll see that the storm wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to wash away everything that wasn't truly you. Because what remains after the storm is power, purpose, and peace. The final challenge. You stand at a crossroads and comfort behind you, courage ahead. Both roads cost you something. Comfort costs you growth. Courage costs you convenience. Choose wisely. The comfort zone will whisper, "You're fine." It will promise you peace but deliver you prison. The path of courage will terrify you, stretch you, and sometimes break you. But it will also make you. There's a quote, "If it scares you and excites you at the same time, do it." Because that feeling is your future calling your name. 1 year from now, you'll be somewhere new. either by design or by default. The difference will depend on what you do today. Don't wait for the right time. Don't wait for permission. Jump and build your wings on the way down. Final monologue, the wake-up call. This is it, the line between your old life and your new one. No more excuses, no more half-effort, no more waiting for the world to hand you courage. You are the architect of your own evolution. You decide whether your story is one of safety or strength. The comfort zone has had its turn. It's time for discomfort to drive. Feel the fear, feel the doubt, then move anyway. Because progress doesn't come from perfection, it comes from persistence. The next time you hear that small voice saying, "It's okay to rest here a little longer," remember this: comfort is not rest, it's rust. And every moment you stay still, you're fading into the background of your own story. So get up, move, start now. If these words stirred something inside you, don't let that spark die in the scroll. Do something with it. Take one action, no matter how small, that pushes you past comfort today. Make the call, write the page, take the first step. And if you're serious about becoming the version of yourself that your comfort zone tried to bury, subscribe now, because this channel isn't about motivation, it's about transformation. Every video is a challenge. Every challenge is a step closer to the life you deserve.